And welcome to today's Top 5 Scope. Joel Comm here in the house with my Angry Bird friend who likes to wear the hat. Usually he resides up there. So today's Top 5 Scope are the top 5 mind-blowing facts about the shared economy. And these are brought to you by my friend Jeremiah Owyang, who is an industry analyst and tracks all this stuff. You know, in the past, businesses grew by providing products and services. But today, in today's shared economy, we're discovering a staggering number of businesses with multi-billion-dollar valuations that are all providing services without having the assets for the services that they're providing. Okay, what am I talking about? Well, clearly, Amazon.com sells a lot of books, multi-billion-dollar company, and they sell a lot of books, and they have a huge warehouse to ship books out. Hertz Rent-A-Car, if you want to rent a car, they have a huge fleet of cars that they can rent to you, which you can pick up all over the world. But the shared economy is different. And what I'm going to do right now is, again, courtesy of Jeremiah Owyang, I'm going to share with you 5 mind-blowing facts. Each one of them focused on a different company that is crushing it, killing it, decimating the competition with what they are doing. Okay, so fact number 1 in our top 5, which, by the way, this is episode number 16. Wow, time flies when you're having top 5 fun. And keep the hearts coming. Love to hear. So number 1 is about Etsy. Okay, Etsy has, get this, 19 million active shoppers, and yet they don't own a single factory, a single warehouse, or a showroom. Their initial public offering was $3.3 billion. Imagine having 19 million shoppers and not making anything yourself. Okay, so that's number 1, Etsy. Number 2 is Lending Club. And Lending Club is 8 years old, I think going on 9. They have issued over $7 billion in person-to-person loans, and yet they don't own a single bank. They don't own any branches, no ATMs, and their valuation, $7 billion. And this is basically people coming alongside others and saying, hey, you don't have to deal with the banks. I'll loan you money. Amazing thing. The banks are wondering what happened. Okay, so that's number 2 in our top 5 most mind-blowing facts about the shared economy. Number 3, Airbnb. Okay, catch this. Airbnb, you know, where somebody says, hey, I've got a room for rent, and you just go online to Airbnb and you rent the room directly from them. They have over 23 million guests, 23 million people that have used the service, and yet Airbnb doesn't own a single bed, a single bath, a single bar, and their valuation, get this, $25 billion. Should the hospitality industry be concerned? Yeah, absolutely they should, because people are providing services for each other without having to be a mega corporation that owns all these assets. That's number 3. Number 4, Uber. And I just did, 2 days ago, I did my top 5 from the backseat of an Uber, and it was the top 5 reasons that I love Uber. Okay, in 2014, I don't have data for 2015 yet, but in 2014, Uber had 140 million rides. 140 million rides, and yet they don't own a single taxi, a cab, a town car, an SUV, a minivan, and they are valued at over $50 billion. Mind blown. Amazing. I love Uber, and I love driving for Uber when I did that as well. Okay, and the number 5 mind-blowing fact is this. In the next 10 years, it's predicted that the collaborative economy, that which these businesses which we are talking about, that are person-to-person, providing goods and services for one another, will grow from $15 billion in revenue to, are you sitting down, $330 $5 billion in revenue. That is a huge economic shift. And we're seeing more and more apps come out that provide services like this. And there's a lot that hasn't yet been thought of. And you might think of it. You might be the one to come up with the service and be the next unicorn billionaire. So there you go. Top 5 mind-blowing, staggering, earth-shattering facts about the shared economy, courtesy of Jeremiah Owyang. And I would ask you to follow him on Twitter. It's Jowyang, Jeremiah Owyang. He's one of the leading industry analysts on this stuff. He got to deliver a speech at Twitter HQ yesterday as part of the American Marketing Association. The dude is tuned in. Not only that, he's super nice, got a really big heart, and I'm pleased to call him friend. So hope you've enjoyed today's Top 5 Scope. If you have any questions, now would be the time to toss them my way. Thanks, Idaho. I try to do these 5 days a week. I don't always succeed because of my travel, but I'm very excited that I announced yesterday I'm doing the opening keynote for Periscope Summit in San Francisco, January 14th through 17th. Super excited about it. Brian Fanzo is emceeing the event. I just found out that Robert Scoble is speaking right after me. It's going to be a super great time. Go to periscopesummit.com to get your tickets. And in just a couple hours, I will be commandeering the official Periscope Summit Periscope account and sharing more about this and myself, so others know who I am, because there's a lot of younger people that use Periscope that don't know who I am. So we'll get to talk about that. Hey, Chris, I hope that you can make it there as well. All right. Hey, thanks for joining today's Top 5 Scope. Hashtag Top 5, F-I-V-E, Scope, if you have something that you'd like to see in the future. Those of you that are joining late in the game, we're just finishing up, but you can watch the replay here in a few minutes. And of course, if you'll go to my blog at joelcom.com, then you can see the replays there as I post them as well. Please follow me on Periscope if you're new for the first time, and I will catch you next time on behalf of myself and the Angry Bird. Dubai, Austria, great to see you down Periscope.